to Street Talk with Loretta Rose Community Show, and today we are on location in Columbus, Georgia. We are at St. Luke Ministry Center for SportsVision 8th Annual Female Athlete of the Year Awards Luncheon. It's going to be amazing. We're going to take you inside so you can see all the wonderful young ladies that are being awarded for their achievements. Stick around. We're going to go inside now. It's Street Talk with Loretta Rose here on Beam TV.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. We are about to start the program. Without further ado, please help me welcome to the stage the host from CTV Beam, Miss Loretta Rose.
Good morning, good morning, good morning. And congratulations to all the honorees. We want to start off by saying congratulations on behalf of SportsVision and their community partners and sponsors. So congratulations to all the ladies. Well, I am Loretta Rose with Street Talk Community Show and also with Beam Cable Television Network. It is always an esteemed honor to be your mistress of ceremony and especially recognizing the ladies. Can we give the ladies a hand, please? Also, we want to allow all the ladies to stand, all the honorees, yes, all the female athletes, honorees, yes, let's give them a hand. All right, also all the coaches, yes. Thank you. And of course, we would be remiss if we did not acknowledge the parents that are present, all parents of the youth athletes. Absolutely. Yeah, they put their money in there, so we got to acknowledge those parents. Well, welcome again to SportsVision 8th Annual High School Female Athlete of the Year Awards Luncheon, and presented to you by AFLAC. Well, it is always a privilege and an honor to share with you about how SportsVision started. And of course, we always have to go to the beginning where it was two Columbus natives that had a dream, and they were high school athletes, just like many of you that are present. Well, it is comprised of two gentlemen by the name of Dale Williams and DJ Jones, who had a vision as Columbus, Georgia athletes, and they pursued with great successful college endeavors. Not only that, they went on to pursue professional endeavors as well. What's so unique about those two Columbus natives, they had a dream to pay it forward and to come back to their hometown, which is here, Columbus, Georgia. And they started SportsVision, which is now has made history. SportsVision has done amazing things, and today you're going to find out a little bit more about it through one of the founders. Also, what's so unique about SportsVision, they have grown and expanded and has adopted a prince by the name of Thrift Barringer, who is also part of the Sports Vision team, and you can hear them Monday through Fridays, well, Mondays and Thursdays, 4 p.m. to 6 p.m. on 92.1 FM radio station, which is now your new home for smooth R&B. Well, we're going to have one of the founders, DJ Jones. He's going to come up. And also, we're going to give you some chat and more history behind Sports Vision. And he's going to share with our guests, our honorees, more about their drive and the why behind they pour back into our youth athletes, which is so phenomenal that Sports Vision is here to pour back into our athletes. And what I love about it is our females, to help upbuild them, encourage them, and motivate them as they pursue their career endeavors. So without further ado, join me as we welcome one of the founders of Sports Vision, the one and only Coach DJ Jones.
Thank you, Loretta.
Thank you. Awesome. So we are going to have a chat. And if you follow Sports Vision and the radio show, you know DJ, he can talk. And all of these athletes, I believe, know every one of them personally. That's what I love about Sports Vision and the radio show.
You're too kind.
No, I'm just telling the truth. I'm just telling the truth. You know, I like to call him Big Papa of sports. And also with Sports Vision, I like to call Dale Williams and DJ Jones the kings of sports. That's why y'all adopted the prince.
Thank you.
All right. So, DJ, what I want to share with everyone that is present, it takes a lot of moving parts to make this happen. This is the 8th annual for females, but Sports Vision has been doing this for a very long time. And the reason is because they were once where the athletes that are here today. And they just wanted to give back to others what was given to them and probably what wasn't given to you. And you've paved the way for so many. So we're going to get right into it. For those that are here, may not really know the mission, may not really understand what Sports Vision is all about, I would like for you as a founder member to share what exactly Sports Vision.
I'm glad you asked that question because, again, you see the name, you hear about the events, you see us on television or radio, or you see our magazine publication, you come to our events. But Sports Visions is a gift from God, truly is. Dale Williams and myself, we started this business 19 years ago. I'm about to say 20 years ago, 2004, August of 2004. And we basically wanted to do this because obviously it was done for us. The award ceremonies, having the opportunity to talk sports on the radio and television, to pour into the coaches and the young student athletes in our area. We knew how important it was for us growing up here in this community, Columbus, Georgia. And we had so many great coaches along the way from Little League ball to middle school into high school. And you know what? When we were coming up, activities like this, events like this, they were rapid. But when Dale and I started Sports Visions, for whatever reasons, we found out that ceremonies like this were not happening anymore. And we said, hey, not on our watch. We got together with our sponsors and decided that this is what we wanted to do, and they were been all in, and thank God we're here today.
Amazing. You know, many people in the community don't realize that Sports Vision is not only a radio show, a television show, a magazine, outreach, mentorship. You go into the local schools, pouring back into students. I want you to share, as a founding member, some of the various services or things that you all do outside of radio and television.
Well, again, another good question because a lot of times people just get caught up into the media side. But, you know, we are events coordinators. We coordinate, obviously, this event. We do camps, clinics. We do golf tournaments, charitable golf tournaments. We book A-list athletes. Of course, we brought Dominic Wilkins and Frank Thomas, Herschel Walker, and legendary Coach Vince Dooley to town on behalf of some of the corporations in this community. That's what we do. And again, I know it gets overshadowed sometimes that, the sports talk show or sometimes even these events, but we are just been blessed and very fortunate. God has blessed us with so many gifts that we're out there and we're working in our space. And I'm very fortunate to tell you that, it's not work. This is not work. I enjoy it. Dale and I, when we were a team, and for those who don't know, Dale, my partner of 19 years and my longtime friend of over 50 years, he was struck ill with COVID and ended up having a stroke. And of course, he hadn't been with us for the last couple of years, but he's a good here and good spirits. Amber, his daughter, is here. Amber, will you stand, please? Please give her a hand. But yes, we have a lot going on, and we're just very fortunate that we could be of service in our community. We grew up here, so that's what makes it even better. And for the coaches and the players, we were in your shoes a long time ago, but we still were in those shoes, and we understand why this is important, and we understand why we do what we do.
I love it. That's why they're called the Kings of Sports and affectionately known as our hometown sports guys. Well, DJ, you all have been doing football awards banquet, and many of you know you brought in Coach Kirby Smart, Coach Nick Saban, and so many others. I would like to know, why did you all decide honoring female student athletes? Why was that so important?
Well, football rules in this parts of the country, in this parts of the state, in this parts of the region, and quite honestly, it's easy to do football, but I know, Dale knows that these female athletes here today, right, many of them right here in front of us, they are extremely talented, they work extremely hard, and as athletes, we understand that, and nobody was doing anything for them, and you know what? Why not take our platform and speak and step up and do something about it? And that's what we did 8 years ago when we started this particular banquet, the Female Athlete of the Year Awards, all sports, soccer, flag football, wrestling, softball, basketball. I mean, it means a lot to us. Yes. And again, having this opportunity, having this platform really is a privilege, and that's why you're here today.
Absolutely, and the ladies appreciate it as well. Our next question is, why are community partners and sponsors so important?
I tell you what, you see all these awards, you see all this great food with this wonderful facility, all of this production, things that go on, and the recognition, and of course, the advertising that we have to do on radio, and it costs. I said all that because people don't understand that things like that have. But you know what? We were built for this, and we took it on, and nobody made us do it. We just knew it had to be done, and it was necessary. So those community partners, those are the folks that obviously made it possible, of course, contributed and supported SportsVisions, Dale and I, with putting all of this together to have this for you all. And it's very important, to trust us with their brands, with their logos, to come out and do and serve our community, our student athletes and coaches, is very important. And I just thank them all, and many of them are here today, because we wouldn't be able to do it without them. Don't get it twisted. I don't care how popular I am, how popular Dale is, how popular SportsVisions is. If we didn't have our community partners, we wouldn't be in this room today.
Amazing. Absolutely. When COVID hit, it could have been a doorway for you to just say, okay, we've done this long enough. Let's quit. Let's, especially when your partner was challenged with COVID. But you were persistent and continue. So tell us, what motivates you to continue pouring into student athletes? You could have just said, okay, we ran our course, but you continue through the most toughest times I believe the world experienced. What keeps you motivated?
Well, that's why I think that my parents allowed me to play sports, because, again, it teaches you a lot of things that you couldn't learn or you couldn't read in a book. Being out in the heat, with 10, 15 pounds of gear on, and weathering the hills and the drills and all the stuff that goes with training for sports. It builds something inside of you that, again, many of you know. Many of you sitting here on this front row, you understand. It's no quit, It's you against the world. It's you against them. It's your team against the other team. As competitors, those are the things that we're taught to be, and that's what these young people are experiencing right now. So, COVID came and it went, but we're still here. We made some adjustments, as you all have to do. We did a television feature because we couldn't gather in this room, and these folks here at St. Luke are so gracious, and that's why we are here. But again, there's no quit. You tell us we can't do something, you just motivate us, and many of you out there have that same attitude.
Oh, yes. Oh, yes. I know the ladies can attest to that because many of them probably were told that they couldn't do it, but they showed them that they could.
Absolutely.
All right, we have two more questions, and this one is going to serve to speak to the youth athletes and then the coaches. So the first one is, what advice and encouragement you would share with all the female athletes honorees that are present today, or those that are not here but wish they could be here?
Well, first and foremost, this is just a nugget. This is just a pat on the back. This is a congratulations. This is a thank you. So this award, don't let that be the end of it. Obviously, you have more in life. Some of you will have an opportunity to go off to college. Some of you might not play another sport, but you'll become mothers. You'll become citizens of the community. You will be running some organization, running businesses, entrepreneurs. There's more life left out there for you. So this is just a way for us to say, thank you, we're proud of you, we love you, and to take it, and again, hopefully it'll propel you on to future success in any of your endeavors.
And that is straight from the heart, because every time I call to just do a Q&A about, the outline and the itinerary, you're always out there in the streets, in the community, running for these children. And these are the things that they don't see behind the scene. So we appreciate you for that. Our last question is for the coaches. What advice and encouragement you would share with all the coaches present today?
Well, first of all, coaches are responsible for me being who I am. At Carver High School as an All-American, at the University of Georgia as a 3-time SEC champion, a national champion, a draft choice of the Green Bay Packers, also a draft choice of Major League Baseball, Pittsburgh Pirates. Having an opportunity to be a sports anchor in my hometown, to own my own show, my own business. All of the things that you see and read about DJ Jones was because of these coaches. They were my father away from home. I spent more time with these coaches than I did with my parents, my immediate parents, and God bless my mom and dad. But my coaches, and many of you athletes out there know, these coaches spend a tremendous amount of time with us. We love them. I still love them, and even though many of them, I talk on the radio about some things that get them distracted. But, it's all love, because I know how much you mean to these student athletes. I couldn't do it, the hours. It's certainly not about the money. It's certainly not about the money. But, again, I want these coaches to know that I love them, these student athletes love them, and don't ever stop giving up, because, again, you are father to somebody, you're father to most of them.
Absolutely. Well said. Let's give a shout out to the coaches and all the athletes again. Give them a hand. Amazing. Amazing. That is so true, because a lot of the coaches that I know personally, they do spend more time pouring into the children, their students, more than they do their own. That's a sacrifice. So, all right. Well, I hope you all have enjoyed that fire chat with DJ. And we want to say congratulations on your many, many years of service, pouring back into the community. You all do this from the heart. And I love it that you are sharing your platform to encourage and inspire many other athletes that are present, because at some point they will be our future and they will be paving the way for others.
Thank you so much, Loretta, but I know everybody's ready to eat.
All right, all right. Well, we're going to get ready to say a blessing, and we want to thank all of you again for being here today, and we're going to just go before the Lord in prayer. Almighty God, thank you for this gathering, and we thank you, Lord God, for SportsVision and their vision as they're sharing with the students athlete. Father, we thank you for a community village that supports these young ladies and the coaches and our educators. Father, we pray a blessing upon the food that we're about to receive, and thank you that it will be a blessing and nourishment to our bodies. In Jesus' name, we pray. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I hope you're enjoying your lunch. All right, at this time, we are about to bring up one of SportsVision team players member, Thrift Behringer with SportsVision. And remember to catch them today on 92.1 FM, 4 p.m. to 6 p.m. All right, well, let's give it up for Thrift.
What's up, everybody? Thank you all so much for being here. This is always awesome to be able to be a part of a SportsVisions Awards Luncheon. Our third this year, and we are still not done. This is how much DJ gives back to the community, and we appreciate him. So, without further ado, we've already acknowledged all the great coaches, and DJ alluded to what the coaches mean to not only the players, but everyone in the community. I'm going to call each female athlete from their respective school. You're going to get up, you're going to come take a picture right over here and get your award, and then you're going to go back down to your seat, okay? All right, without further ado, let's start with Beauregard High School. Katie Wilkerson and Bailey Abernathy. Let's clap it up for Beauregard High School. And remember, a lot of these female athletes not only play one sport, they play multiple sports. So these are, let me just keep walking right there. All right, next from Brookstone, the Brookstone Cougars, Taylor Williams and Haley Tote. Let's clap it up for Brookstone. Here representing for both of them is the head basketball coach, Kim Ellison. But let's clap it up again for both Brookstone Cougars, Taylor Williams and Haley Tote. Next up, from Calby Christian, Alexa McCoy and Emily Christarfin. From Callaway, Kate McAteer and Maya Lawton. From the School on the Hill, Carver Tigers, Anita Burnett and Jasmine Jackson. Let's give a round of applause for Central High School, Destiny Johnson and Abigail Gardner. And for the sake of time, I know I'm not giving a lot of stats and stuff like that, but we have a lot of schools to call up here, so that is the reason I'm not doing that. But again, we know how fantastic you female athletes were in the multiple sports you played, so thank you so much for being here. Columbus High School, Serenity Hickman and Shambra Elam. Anyone from Columbus High here? Okay. Next from Glenwood, Simone Gillespie and Anna Grace Griggs. from all the way out in Harris County, Addison Lowell and Janiyah Broom. Hardaway High School and the Hardaway Hawks, Michaela Johnson and Amani Rosa. And from the Jordan Red Jackets, Ari Battle and Aaliyah Roan. And the Kendrick Cherokees, Kaylee Morris, India Binyun. From the Lynette Panthers, Jalea Little and Samaria Davison. From Marion County, Jalen Kett and Sage Davis. From the Northside Patriots, Maya Giles and Savannah Bedell. From the Opelika Bulldogs, Sarah Bush and Nylan Thomas. From the Pacelli Vikings, Sheree Williams and Brianna Clark. From Russell County, Shayla Barnes and Riley Howard. From the Raiders of Shaw, Cameron Blount and Tiara Tucker. From Smith Station, Aubrey Hallam and Aaliyah Wallace. Seward County, Travandra Crimes and Zakira Daniel. Seward County. From Spencer, Jakayla Allen and Naomi Burke. From Spencer. And last but not least, from Troup County, Alexia Murphy and Maggie McDonald. All right, everyone's pretty much done eating now, so let's make sure these applause are not as weak as the previous applause. Let's clap it up again for all the ladies that got an award today that are here. We're here for them. They've had fantastic years playing multiple sports all year long. And as soon as he's done taking this picture, DJ Jones is going to introduce our speaker for the day, and then we have some specialty awards that I'll come back up for right after that. Thank y'all so much for being here. And without further ado, here he is, Mr. DJ Jones.
All right. We'll keep this train moving right on down the tracks. Of course, congratulations once again. We're halfway through the show. But I want to let these young ladies know that there's some other people thinking about them, even though they might not know who they are. But Greg, we're going to go ahead and cue it up and get ready for this clip before we bring up our guest speaker. Pay attention to the screen.
Thank you, DJ. And thank you for honoring and celebrating these young girls who often go unnoticed. Obviously, they've set themselves apart and they're headed to greatness. And it is something that truly should propel them forward towards their dreams coming true or working towards their dreams and making them a reality. They're definitely headed in the right direction. I'm honored. I'm Teresa Edwards. I am your 5-time Olympian, at least from the state of Georgia, the first 5-time Olympian in the game of basketball. And again, I'm honored to take part in SportsVisions celebration. And I simply want to acknowledge the fact that you really have set yourself apart. You really have set yourself on a journey, not necessarily defined by others to say you're successful, but defined by yourself. To propel you towards greatness in life, to being the best that you can possibly be. And I simply want to encourage you along those lines of understanding that it's really not about where you come from, but it's about, what it takes to get you there from where. And it will take you conquering a lot of challenges. It will take you working to be your best at everything that you do, not in just your particular sport. Being the best daughter, being the best sister, being the best friend, person, young lady that you can be every day. And that does not necessarily mean perfection. That means just being your greatest self, because there's nothing about perfection in life. There's only hard work to do what you mean to do, one day at a time, of becoming the greatest you. So never let anyone define what that is for you, as well as understanding that in order to be your greatest self, you will make mistakes. Mistakes are actually required in order for me to become better and better and to become greater and greater. What I do and what I did when I was your age, I made a lot of mistakes, and I learned the most from my mistakes. So I encourage you to strive so hard that you do make mistakes. And if you're not, then perhaps you're a little too comfortable where you are, and it will be harder to get to the next level in life. So I just learned something the other day that I thought I could share with you today, and that is you have to dream with faith. I mean, in dreaming with faith, we need motivation. We need to believe in something that we can't see. We need to believe that beyond all the doubts in life that we can get there. We need to believe beyond all others in the challenge today that tomorrow will be a better one. You have to believe and see it every day as you go out working to achieve it. And in so doing, understanding grace. And grace is, that I've learned, is the investment that God or your universe or whomever you believe in, that is the grace that is invested in you. Grace is the gift that is invested in you from your God, from your universe, whatever you may choose. However, discipline is when you invest in yourself. Prioritizing what it's going to take to be your best you every day, one day at a time, making the good decisions on each of those days, and in each of those decisions definitely have consequences that if you can live with it, it doesn't really matter what anyone else says. But at the same time, discipline creates a character within us that allows us to have leaps and bounds in our lives, allows us to look different, allows us to, seems like we're on a shorter road. It allows us to see ourselves in a way that others think that we're, I guess, different, just different from them. And it is because that you are disciplined, and it's because most people do not have it within themselves to remain disciplined. Listen, young ladies, you do. You're proving that. You're here. You're being honored for it. You're being celebrated. And I encourage you to up the discipline. I encourage you to continue to believe in yourself. I encourage you to continue to enjoy the gifts that are inside of you. And it's more than one. It's more than two. Never count them. Just go with it. All right? And I also encourage you to just continue to be your greater self every day, one day at a time. Understand the people that came before you so that you can always have an example, or learn from the mistakes that people like myself made if you're on the same journey that I've taken. That's going to bring this to a close for me. My encouragement, my celebration of you, my humbleness of knowing that there's so many coming behind me and all the work that I put into it wasn't in vain. That makes me feel really proud to see young girls like yourself coming behind, continuing to pass the baton and raise the bar, go past the finish line, scoring and dunking. What may it be? What may you have? Make it great. Again, I'm Teresa Edwards, and it's an honor. And thank you, DJ. Again, I love you, my brother.
Come on, you can do better than that. Give it up for All-American and 5-time Olympic gold medalist, Teresa Edwards. All right, this next gentleman that I'm going to introduce is no stranger. He's a good friend and a confidant. He's a guy that I think really cares and understands what it takes to be successful. And it's a special reason why I wanted him to speak to the athletes as well as the coaches and parents. Whoever, by the show of hands, whoever heard of NIL, name, image, and likeness? That's a new dynamic that's taken us on by storm. And again, I think you guys, the earlier you get to understand it, parents, the earlier you get to understand it, student athletes, the better off you will be, because it is a part of what we have to deal with, of course, taking it to the next level as you take your talents to the next level. Before I do that, I want to introduce to you another friend of ours. She happens to be a very, very special person. Greg, if you can go to the clip.
Good afternoon. My name is Verda Colvin, and I'm a justice on the Georgia Supreme Court. I'm one of 9 on that court. I wish I could be there with you today, but unfortunately I have court, and so I couldn't be with you in person, but I did not want to let this momentous occasion pass without telling you how proud I am of each of you. As you celebrate this 8th annual high school female athlete event, I just want to say I am so incredibly surprised and amazed by all that you all have done. You're killing it. So I want to remind you of something that I'm sure you remember when you're on the field, but I want you to remember it throughout life. And it's something that Nelson Mandela left for us to remember. He said, there's no passion to be found in playing small and settling for a life that is less than the one that you're capable of living. Every time you go on the field or the court, you pursue your craft with passion. And that's why you're so successful. So I want you to remember to have that same passion in life as it relates to your education, when you get out on the field or on the court, and in anything you want to pursue as you move beyond high school. Remember, you are capable of greatness, and all that you've accomplished in your athletic prowess demonstrates that. So I can't wait to see what you all do in life. And I'm so incredibly proud of all that you have been, all that you will be, and all that you dream of being. So I can't wait to meet you all in person, and I hope that can happen the next time you have an event. Take care and congratulations. Job well done. Keep killing it.
Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for our speaker, Attorney Ben Finley.
Thank you, DJ. I just want to really, will this come off here? All right, yeah, that's much better. I thank you again for having me here and to have an opportunity to speak to you all about name, image, and likeness. My name is Ben Finley. I'm an attorney here in Columbus. I grew up in Columbus, and I met DJ when I was in the 10th grade, and the University of Georgia Bulldogs had just won the national championship. I was 15 years old, and he was 19. We've been friends for over 40 years and have had a bond and a relationship and a friendship all this time. I've been asked to speak to you all today about name, image, and likeness, and I want to share some information with you about this. For 31 years, I practiced law and have represented professional athletes. And one of the reasons for that being that while I went to the University of Georgia Law School, I went to Auburn University undergrad, and I was a fraternity brother of Pat Dye Jr., who's a sports agent in Atlanta. And from that time, I've represented a lot of athletes. Well, in the last 2 years, with the Austin versus NCAA opinion that provides that college athletes can be paid for their name, image, and likeness, we've represented a lot of college athletes, including many of whom are from Columbus and Phoenix City. There are kids that we represent now that are at Alabama, including their left starting tackle this year, Elijah Pritchett, who's a Carver High School graduate from here. We've helped A.J. Harris, who signed with the University of Georgia. We helped Dylan Cardwell at Auburn University, and I could go on and on about the athletes. But one of the things that I'd like to do is educate you all, because I want you to understand opportunities in name, image, and likeness. It's not just for the football players. It's not just for the guys. It's not just for the men. Life and opportunities are available for everyone in this room. And I'm going to share with you a little information that some of the largest NIL deals we have seen involve women, involve female athletes who've been able to, through their name and likeness, create a brand, all right? Everybody here is a brand. I'm a brand. My law firm is a brand. You all are a brand. It's how you carry yourself and the things that matter most in your life, which is integrity, character. Those types of things are going to carry you a long way in your life, okay? You all have been measured, and you're measured by your academics. You're measured by your SAT. You're measured by, your ACT, all those kinds of things which are measurables for you. But I'm going to tell you, and the older folks in this room will tell you, that while those are measures, those aren't measures of who you are as a person. They also don't measure your heart. And they will never design a test to measure the heart of a man or woman and how bad you want something and how hard you're willing to work to get it, okay? Don't ever forget that. And don't ever think, well, I'm just a girl that plays this sport, or I just play on the soccer team or the softball team, and I don't understand what you're talking about with this name, image, and likeness. I'm going to share just a couple examples with you of some things that we've seen in NIL in some females who are between 18 and 22 years of age, not much older than y'all, to give you some real-world examples. Livy Dunn is an LSU gymnast. She has 8.3 million followers and deals with American Eagle, Vuori Clothing, and Forever 21, and has a 7-figure NIL deal. Messiah Russell runs track at the University of Kentucky. She has her own merchandising line and has deals with Walgreens and Hulu. Haley and Hannah Cavender, the twins on Miami's basketball team, have an $800,000 valuation for their name, image, and likeness in their deals with Life Wallet, Core Hydration, and Victoria's Secret. Paige Buckers at UConn and basketball, Sedona Prince is basketball at Oregon, and Oregon State gymnast Cade Carvey all have 6-figure deals with regard to their name, image, and likeness. I could go through this list and give you example after example after example, but let me explain to you a little bit what name, image, and likeness is so when y'all get to college you can see how this stuff works. The athletes we represent, a lot of college football players, will receive $5,000 to $20,000 a month for their name, image, and likeness. And there's side deals where Bryce Young may have a Dr. Pepper and Nissan deal and maybe pay $3 million. But name, image, and likeness could be this. You go over to Zaxby's in Auburn as an Auburn athlete and you put on your Instagram page that you're going to eat at Zaxby's, they'll comp you and let you eat there for free. It's a use of your name, your image, and your likeness, okay? So I want you all, as DJ said, to think about your life outside of sports. Because Verta Colvin, who was up there, that Georgia Supreme Court Justice, was a year ahead of me in law school at UGA. And she's one of my best friends. But she also was just like you. She was a high school kid at one point playing on her high school basketball team, right? 17 years old. Now look at her. She's on the Georgia Supreme Court among 9 people, the most powerful folks in the state of Georgia in the judicial branch, among a state that has almost 11 million people in it. And she was no different than every one of y'all at one point in her life. Okay, so realize the name, image, and likeness gives opportunities to be entrepreneurs. It gives you an opportunity to develop your brand. But think about this, one of the things we found with sports and why females have done such a great job with this is the creativity, the branding, the merchandising, okay? So you've got something already that people are attracted to. I love Auburn University. I love LSU. I love Alabama. I love Clemson. You've got a built-in base of fans of University of Georgia Bulldog fans who will buy about anything. Now, if you take a University of Georgia athlete and couple that with the University of Georgia brand, you can turn that and monetize that in a very, very significant way. So if you never play sports in college or you do, think about this from an entrepreneur standpoint, but recognize that you as women, and I'll share this with you, my father was a lawyer in Columbus who died when I was 5 years old, and I was raised by my mother. I don't have any siblings. I'm an only child, and my mother didn't remarry. I understand from a female perspective of the son of a single parent how hard it is and how a woman has to do things a little bit better. And I get the adage when they used to say that, you know, Fred Astaire is the greatest dancer of all time. But the response to that is, well, you know, Ginger Rogers did everything he did backwards and wore in high heels, right? Because she had to do it a little bit more and a little bit more, right? So that's the difference in success, is putting yourself out there and doing a little bit more than everybody else does. Every time I'm asked to speak, and I spoke at Ole Miss's Law School recently about NIL. I've spoken at Auburn. I've been at Georgia. I got clients around the Southeast in this space. But I want y'all to appreciate this, and I want to share this with you. If your father dies when you're 5 and you're raised by your mother, you're a female athlete in this. I don't care what your what anybody's gender is or their race or ethnicity or whatever. Everybody in this room is fighting something and struggling with something in this room. Everybody is. They got a stress. The mama's got cancer. The child's going off course. I got a ball game coming up. I got a test coming up. I'm worried about this. I'm worried about that, okay? Understand that all of us are struggling and dealing with things in life, and it's so crucial to be kind to each other, to give back, to take the time, and to be a guy like DJ Jones, who could be in a bigger market, who literally, I told DJ he was born too early Can you imagine if I represented DJ Jones? He was the top quarterback recruit in America out of high school, signed with UGA, won the national championship, played for the Denver Broncos and Green Bay Packers, was the second best player on his basketball team at Carver along with Herman Archie and Herman's brother Melvin, but he was also drafted by the Pittsburgh Pirates in baseball. Now, that's an athlete. That would have been an NIL deal, but DJ, Herschel Walker, they were all born too early. You all have an opportunity of a lifetime, okay, in a lot of different areas with NIL, but also with other things. But realize this. There are people in your life that are going to discount you. There are people in your life that are going to say, well, she can't do that. He can't do that. How can she do that? She went to little old high school in Columbus, Georgia. She's not capable of doing that. There's no way she could do that. Well, I invite you to look at and look at Sarah Blakely's life. Look at my law school friend Stephanie Stuckey's life. Women who are achieving things, remarkable things that no one believed they could do. I always think about this, and I go back to the Bible in 1 Samuel chapter 40. If you remember the story where David and Goliath is the story in the background. But think about this for a minute. The Pharisees and the Philistines and the Israelites are paired off, right? And they're going to have a battle between the two of them. And the prophet Samuel comes to Jesse's house. And he says, Jesse, one of your sons is going to be the next king of Israel. So Jesse goes, bring me my 7 sons. He brings the big, strapping, good-looking, 6'4", 230-pound, right out of central casting athletes and soldiers and lines them up. And the prophet Samuel looks at him and he says, it's none of them, right? He said, you got another son? He said, well, I got one. He's a little skinny teenage boy, but there ain't no way it's him. He said, bring him to me. He brings him to him. He brings him David. He's a little teenage boy, right? So what looks to in the natural, how people see each other, he's tall, he's short, he's fat, she's skinny, whatever. Jesse didn't see in his son David the greatness that was within him. So then the battle starts, and you got the Philistines and the Israelites paired off with each other, and the Philistines emerge in almost an 8-foot man, almost 8 feet tall, in the form of Goliath says, I will challenge you all, Israelites, to pick your best man against me, rather than all of us killing each other. You pick your best, and I'll take him on. And you become slaves to us if I win, and we become slaves to you if you win. So as the story goes, the battle is there. And for 40 days, nobody wants to fight Goliath. Jesse calls his son David and says, why don't you bring lunch to your brothers? David does. He brings lunch to his brothers. And his brother says to him, hey, man, what are you doing here? You just a little teenage boy. You shouldn't be out here with the men. And David just brought him his lunch, and that was it. He talks to King Saul, and he said, what's going on? King Saul says, it's Goliath. None of my men want to fight him. And David says, let me have him. And Saul says, oh, you must be crazy. He says, all right, well, you can put on this armor if you want. And David goes, I don't want the armor. He said, the same God that protected me to fight the lions and the bears will be with me, and I'm not scared of anybody. And how dare you, Goliath, who disparaged David, talk badly about him, and said the demeaning things that he did. And David said, hey, man, you can say what you want, but I am here for the people of God, the chosen people, and how dare you talk to me in that way? As we know, the story goes on. David takes out 5 stones, right, from his pouch. He hits Goliath with one of the stones between the eyes, drops him to the ground, holds him by the hair, cuts his head off. The Philistines run, and David is recognized as the greatest king of Israel. And Christ himself was a descendant of David in the lineage, if you read the Bible, right? It's all in there. Go read it. I mean, it's me talking, but it's the Bible. What I'm telling you is in there. But I want you to think about this, ladies, from this perspective. David's own father dismissed him and didn't see the greatness in him when the prophet Samuel came to him. He picked the other 7. He didn't pick David. David's own brother dismissed him and said, hey, man, what are you doing here, little boy? You're just a little teenager. You're not supposed to be out here with the men. David's own brother didn't see it. King Saul didn't see the greatness, right? But God did. God sees what's inside you, ladies. God sees what is inside your heart, what's inside your mind, and knows what you're thinking right this minute. And you can lie and you can cheat and you can deceive all you want, but God's with you every single day. My message to you is, in your life, people will dismiss you, disparage you. won't have the confidence in you, but I'm telling you that there is strength in that if you do the right thing. If you've got character, if you've got integrity, if you've got people skills. I don't care what your ACT score was, okay? I don't care what your SAT score was. Don't look at things like that as a measurement in the natural where things are, okay? Do the right thing every single day. Realize opportunities. While I'm kind of giving you a little NIL flavor, I want it to be a little broader than that. NIL is just an opportunity, but there's a lot of opportunities in life, okay? And give back. Be active. One day be on that screen like Verta Colvin, who's in court today at the Georgia Supreme Court hearing cases, or would have been here today. I talked to her about it. It kills her she can't be here, but Verta's out there every single day, and I encourage you to YouTube her and look at how she's helped young people. But you all go out and help. You all are Columbus, Georgia folks. I'm Columbus. DJ's Columbus. We're here for you. My office is at the corner of 13th Street and 2nd Avenue, and I got an office in Atlanta, but we're here to help, okay? Here to help in any way we can. I'm so proud of you and all your accomplishments. I've got a daughter and I've got a son myself, and I've made it clear that I don't want my son to have any opportunities my daughter doesn't have, and my daughter to have any opportunities my son doesn't have, okay? So I appreciate everybody's time. God bless you all, and I appreciate you letting me speak today. Thank you.
All right, let's give it up for attorney Ben Finley. And as he said, he is locally here in Columbus, Georgia, and also in Atlanta. All right, we have one more special awards presentation. We're going to bring up Thrift Behringer with SportsVision and, of course, the radio show. Let's give it up for Thrift.
All right, we got some specialty awards that we're going to be giving away. And the first one is a pretty unique award. We have never done this before, but we're going to have our first SportsVisions Middle School Female Player of the Year. This middle school athlete plays at Midland and played every sport offered the school has. That's pretty incredible, and that's a lot of time and effort you are dedicating to all these sports. And without further ado, our first ever SportsVisions Middle School Female Player of the Year, Sanaya Morgan from Midland. And our SportsVisions Community Service Award, this is an awesome woman, Miss Chandra Edwards of the Morehouse School of Medicine. Come on up here, Miss Edwards. And so it doesn't sound redundant me continue to announce all the awards. I have some other great voices and media members who also you probably seen at your games that cover the games for WTVM and WRBL. But first, I'm going to have someone that helps fill in on the SportsVisions radio show, and he has his own podcast, and he covers local sports. Richard Holdridge of the Sports Beat with Richard Holdridge. Please give him a round of applause. He announces the next award.
Thank you, Thrift. Thank you, DJ. It is an honor to announce the next award, but before I do, is there a representative here from Chick-fil-A? All right, without further ado, the 2023 Chick-fil-A Servant Leadership Award is presented to Savannah Bedell from Northside High School. Give a round of applause.
All right, next is another dynamic duo, like I said, from WTVM, Jonathan Hoppy and Tony Reese.
Such an honor to be up here today. Thank you, Thrift. Thank you, DJ. Thanks, SportsVision, for being up here on behalf of Jonathan Hoppy and I, WTVM Sports Leader 9. We'll present the next couple awards. Is there any representatives from the Houston Clinic? May you stand? It's okay. We start off today. Houston Clinic Inspirational Leader of the Year goes to Miss Maggie McDonald from Troup County High School.
If anyone from Houston Clinic, please come on up. And if you are one of the sponsors for these specialty awards, please come on up to the podium. We'll announce you one at a time. Houston Clinic, anyone from Houston Clinic? Okay.
Show must go on. Yeah.
Miss Edwards.
All right. Our next award, Morehouse School of Medicine. Any representatives? Yes. Ask that you please stand. Yes, ma'am. All right. On behalf of the 2023 Team of the Year, Northside Patriots softball for the GHSA 5A state champions.
All right, we know these next guys are here from SportsVisions. It is the most outstanding female athlete of the year from Jordan High School, Miss Flor Arizate. Okay, and our next award presented by the Finley firm, Mr. Ben Finley, if you'd come back up for this, the 2023 Coach of the Year. Also from Northside High School, Brandon Jenkins, the coach of the state championship softball team. And Savannah gets to come back up one more time. Thank you all.
Clap it up again for Jonathan Hoppy and Tony Reese. Can I have the Peaceful Rivers Residential Services members please come up here to take a picture? Miss Pam, can you come up here? Oh, she's already up here. Okay, sorry. So this is a very unique award. David S. Williams, the creator and founder of Peaceful Rivers Residential Services, died during COVID, and to keep his name alive, we're going to continue this award. They have been an awesome supporter of SportsVisions throughout their time, and without further ado, the winner of this award, David S. Williams Memorial Courage Award, goes to Michaela Miller of Columbus High. And if anyone from Sue Walton, Aflac, or the Jordan girls is here, please come up. Jordan girls, Aflac, and Sue Walton, please come up to get a picture. And here's the next dynamic duo from WRBL CBS affiliate is Jack Patterson and Tyler Redmond.
Good afternoon, everybody. What's up and what's good? It's an awesome opportunity. Thank you once again to DJ and Thrift and SportsVisions to be able to highlight some of the best here in the Chattahoochee Valley. You guys all deserve this spot that you're currently in, so be sure to give yourself a big congratulations as well. Tyler, go ahead and kick us off.
All right, Jack. So first off, we're starting with the Jordan girls, most outstanding female athlete of the year. Jordan girls, if you have any representative, please come up here for a picture. And without further ado, for the most outstanding female athlete of the year, from Glenwood, Simone Gillespie.
And let's give Simone a big round of applause. Now, if we have any representatives from Aflac in the house, please come up to take your picture. All right. To award our Aflac Student Athlete of the Year from the Brookstone Cougars, Taylor Williams. And a big congratulations to Taylor and a shout out to Coach Ellison as well. Now, if Sue Walton is here, if you could please come up to take a picture. All right, our Sue Walton Most Valuable Female Athlete of the Year from Central High School, Abigail Garner. Congratulations to Abigail. Let's give her a round of applause. We're going to toss things back over to Thrift. Make today a great day, y'all.
Please make sure to follow us on social media at SportsVision/TV/radio/magazine. We will have a bunch of pictures we'll put up from this event. We'll also talk about it on our show, and follow us on Instagram as well. So if you don't have a Facebook, go ahead and make a Facebook page. I know a lot of the high schoolers, they think that's for old people. It is not just for old people, I promise you. So when you do that, make sure to follow us on there as well. And without further ado, here is Loretta Rose.
All right, let's give it up for the gentlemen, our sports gentlemen. Awesome. And congratulations again to all the ladies. Well, without further ado, we have final remarks from the founder member, DJ Jones of Sports Vision. And remember to tune in today, 4 p.m. on 92.1 FM radio station. All right. And congratulations to Sports Vision on 8 years of pouring back into our female athletes of the year. Thank you.
Thank you so much. You guys give Loretta a hand. She did a great job. Also, Thrift Behringer. Thank you so much for coming. A few housekeeping issues that we want, not necessarily issue, but we want, before you leave, the ladies, Aflac is going to have a gift bag for you outside. So all you honorees, please stop by the table out there and, of course, see the folks from Aflac. Also, all the awardees at the end of this program, which will be in a few seconds, I'd like to have you all over here for a great group photo, if you would, please. Just a photo out for us to get the group, the whole entire group. You bring your awards with you, okay? Now, with that said, I hope you guys enjoy it. Again, as I mentioned before, young ladies, this is just a congratulations, a pat on the back. I love you. Continue this so that you will continue in your life and your journey, whether you continue to play sports or not. This is just a way for us to show our appreciation to you on behalf of our community partners and sponsors. Again, we wouldn't be able to do it without you. Coaches, we love you. Continue to doing what you do. Again, I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for the coaches that touched my life. On behalf of Thrift Behringer, Loretta Rose, Dale Williams, I'm DJ Jones reminding you to keep your eye on the ball. Have a great day.
We have caught up with some honorees that have received awards today, and we're going to get their names in the school they're representing. Tell me your name.
My name is Kate McAteer, and I'm representing Callaway High School.
All right, and what sports you play?
I play soccer and volleyball.
Oh, wow. And what award did you receive?
I got Sports Vision's Most Valuable Player.
Oh, wow. What would you like to say to Sports Vision?
Thank y'all so much for this award. I'm very grateful for it.
Awesome, awesome. Tell me your name.
I'm Maya Lawton.
In school?
I go to Callaway High School. I'm a senior there. My award was Sports Vision's Most Valuable Player as well. And I just want to give a big thanks to y'all. I'm so surprised and so grateful to be here today. Thank you so much.
Absolutely. And what sport you play?
I play soccer and softball. Yes, ma'am.
Wow, this is what's happening in Columbus, Georgia. Congratulations to all the ladies, and congratulations to Sports Vision for honoring the ladies. We have caught up with another honoree here at Sports Vision 8th Annual Female Athlete of the Year Awards Luncheon, and this is for high school students. First of all, tell us your name.
India Binyan,
And what school?
Kendrick High School.
So congratulations. What sports do you play?
I play volleyball and basketball.
Ooh, I love it. These women, they are making it happen. And the award you received?
I speak the most valuable player.
Awesome. So how does it feel to be recognized for your achievement?
It's actually good because women or our kids our age really don't get recognized for sports. It really be the boys. So.
Wow. See, Sports Vision, that is why they are geared towards honoring young ladies. Because again, it's always dominated in the males' games and sports, but to just honor the ladies, it means so much, and it means a lot to us as well. We want to say congratulations to you.
Thank you.
What are your plans after high school?
I want to go to the military, Air Force, and go to college.
She's a service woman already. Well, congratulations. Awesome. This is what's happening in Columbus, Georgia. And now we have caught up with the young lady that represents the middle schools. Tell us what school you go to first of all.
I go to Midland Middle School.
Midland Middle School. And what's your name?
Sanaya Morgan.
Sanaya Morgan. I've heard a lot about you already. What grade are you in?
I'm in 8th grade.
8th grade. First of all, I heard you play multiple sports.
Yes, ma'am.
Tell us about the sports you play.
I was a kicker for the football team. I played flag football, volleyball. I run track. I played soccer, ran cross country, and thank you. Cross country, and that's it.
Wow! How did you manage to do all of that?
Dedication, hard work. I owed a lot to my mom. She gets me there and back, and my coaches. It's just a great support system at Midland and everything.
Amazing! You started playing coming out of the womb.
Yes.
Wow!
I've been playing soccer since I was 4.
Since you was 4. What would you like to say to Sports Vision for honoring you?
I would like to say thank you because, especially in middle school, it's not a lot of recognition, and it's hard for us to feel like, as women, for us to keep going. But with the recognition, we feel like we have more power. So I really want to thank Sports Vision for that.
Wow, and I want to give a shout out to your godfather, who is a legend with the lenses, photography, Mr. Lester Booth. He talks so highly about you, and we're so proud of you. We're going to follow you. I am so proud of you. I feel like I'm having a proud mom moment right now. You are amazing. Well, congratulations.
Thank you again.
Wow, I love it. This is what's happening here in Columbus, Georgia. We have Northside High School represented, and the beauty about this interview is that I know these ladies. I've been knowing them for some time, and I'm so proud of them. We're going to start to my right. Tell us your first and last name.
Savannah Bedell.
All right. And what sport?
Softball.
Wow, you already know where you're going
Yes.
to college, right?
Yes, LSU.
Okay, can we just put that out there? So what award did you win today? Because it seemed like you won a lot.
The Chick-fil-A Leadership Award, and our team won an award, and my head coach won an award.
Oh, wow. What would you like to say to your coaches?
Just wanted to say thank you for the 4 years. I've learned a lot of hard lessons, and I'll be using them in college and throughout life.
All right, and what would you like to say to Sports Vision?
Thank you so much for having me. I love it, and when I make it big, I will come back and support everyone here and the business here.
And you got to give a shout out to your parents. What would you like to say to your parents?
And of course, my parents, thank you for everything y'all have done. I couldn't do it without you guys, and I will continue to bless you guys in the future.
Oh, I love it. I love it. I love it. And this sweet beauty, I've known her before she was born. Yes, that's how long I've known her. Maya, last name?
Giles.
Okay. Mother is Rosalind Giles. Tell us what sports you play.
I play basketball.
Oh my gosh, you are just so amazing. You're a beast out there as well. What award did you win today?
I won the most valuable player for Northside for Sports Vision.
Amazing. So what would you like to say to Sports Vision?
I would just like to thank y'all for allowing me to be here, allowing me to be inspired by y'all and to keep going.
I love it. I love it. And And what would you like to say to your coaches?
I would like to say thank y'all for teaching me many lessons that I can use throughout college as well, and just being supportive.
And of course, what would you like to say to mom and dad?
Thank y'all for the many sacrifices that y'all made for me. It's going to pay off, and I'm going to bless y'all even more in the future.
I love it. I mean, I love it how you all are celebrating one another as well. This is what sportsmanship looks like. Oh, so what are your plans? We know where you're going after graduation. Where are you?
I'm going to Trinity Valley in Texas to play basketball.
So this is what's happening in Columbus, Georgia. They are natives, well, I would say, kind of homegrown here as well, and they're going to make a difference in the world. This is what's happening here. And now we have caught up with an amazing lady, another one, and we're going to get her name. Tell us your first and last name.
Sheree Williams.
Oh, congratulations. You're a track star, I believe, right?
Yes, I am.
I've seen you on social media. So what school you're representing?
Santa Pacelli.
Awesome. Do you know where you're going to go after high school?
Yes, I'm going to Kennesaw State University.
Amazing. So what would you like to say to SportsVision for recognizing you?
Thank you so much for letting me go to this event, and I appreciate you so much.
Oh, and what would you like to say to your coaches?
Thank you for having faith in me. I appreciate you.
And of course your mother and your father, because I have seen them out with you at some of your rehearsals and track meets, and you travel a lot.
Yes. I want to say thank you to my parents for spending so much time on me and spending so much money on me. I really appreciate that.
I was going to say, in that money too, because I know it costs. Well, congratulations. We're so proud of you. We're so proud of you. Well, this is what's happening, and we want to say thank you, SportsVision, for honoring the ladies. They really appreciate it, and we appreciate you and the difference that you're making.
Switching gears, today was the 8th edition of the SportsVisions Female Athletes of the Year Awards Luncheon. The event brings the best female athletes from around the Chattahoochee Valley together to be recognized for their efforts throughout the school year. And for SportsVisions, it's just another way for them to give back to the community.
It warms my heart to be able to give back and serve. Again, this is a community where I grew up, and of course somebody poured into me. And for us to have the opportunity to do the same for not only these athletes, these female student athletes, is incredible. This is a talent-rich area, and I'm so happy to be here to even call the games and even to go out and watch and witness these young ladies. They're super, and like I said, it's just an honor to be able to cover them.